Dude, I wish I had some sage or some Palo Alto.
Just smell this wafting candle right now.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, you ready for that?
Yeah,
all right, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again for the movie reviews on your favorite podcast. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Griffin. All right. No mic for Steve today.
All right, I just want to keep it positive.
That's all we're going to do today.
It's 2020.
You guys don't even know what just happened.
All right. Listen, I was already freaking out at the Comedy Store the other night.
Oh, yeah.
When I met all those
oh my God, Steve
A-list comedians.
Completely meets Joe Rogan and fucking acts like a maniac.
I couldn't look at him in his eyes.
Steve went like this. He went, hello.
Well, my eyes were crossed and I looked at his chest.
Yeah, you shook his hand and you walked away like a weirdo.
In my defense, I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. I listen to it all the time. I sleep with it. I lay down. It's like a part of my ASMR. Sometimes I'll listen to like a lot of his stuff,
right?
And actually meeting like the real Joe Rogan. Oh, right.
The person that
my mind was. You had no idea what I was going through. My mind was like spinning, and I was like. And like my eyes crossed, and
yeah, it was so weird.
It was like it might as well have been Will Smith or something, you know, like
might have been Obama or
Quentin Tarantino or something. I would have been like,
oh God, what are you gonna do when you meet somebody super?
I don't
famous?
know. I don't. Well, they're not gonna. You think they'll come on the Stevie Weeby show?
That's what your concern is.
All right, so
do you think Joe Rogan's gonna go to your little dungeon?
And then who else did I meet? Mark Maron.
Who else did you meet? You met Mark Maron?
I met. Okay, it was all like heavy hitters. So in that hallway, it was Whitney Cummings, Mark Maron, Joe Rogan, you, and Kevin Christie.
Yeah. God,
I don't get nervous around you or Kevin.
Yeah, well, God, you just get weird.
I know.
Did you see that Mark Maron had Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt on his podcast?
No way.
Yeah, oh God.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think he had him on the podcast because he had a picture and he was like, "Look who's on the podcast." Whatever it was, that's probably a dope one.
I mean, Can you imagine? I mean, he doesn't have to do any. Why is he even doing comedy? All he has to do is podcast. And he could just chill.
Because when you're a comic, you love doing comedy.
Right.
You know?
All right. No, it's your passion. I get it.
Can you imagine if Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "Hey, Stevie, I'm a fan of yours. Can I come over and do your podcast?"
That would never happen.
What would you do? Like, no, just hypothetical.
You want to do this? Yeah, you want to play this game?
Hypothetical.
All right, let's play this game.
Hypothetical. You hear? I'm like, I bring it to you. I'm like, "Hey, man, I was at the Comedy Store. Leonardo DiCaprio was there, and he was like, do you know Stephen Lee from Stevie Weeby Show?"
All right, now this is the Mandela effect. This is alternate reality shit. But okay, I'm gonna roll with it.
And what would you do?
Firstly, I would sweat profusely. I'd be sweating. I'm a big fan of his, dude.
Would you
fan?
Would you meet him outside or let him try to find your place?
He's done such great work in the past, dude. Great freaking. Even remember Basketball Diaries? We got to review Basketball Diaries. That's a great movie.
Okay, since we start with Leonardo DiCaprio, let's go with our top 10 Leonardo DiCaprio movies. What you got?
Let's not do it. Can we do 5? Because that's like my mind. That's like a lot.
Too much for you?
It's too much right now. I would have to write that down.
Yeah, okay, he wrote down for our main review.
Right. So Basketball Diaries.
I liked Basketball Diaries. I guess in no particular order.
You got to say
What's
Titanic.
In your 5?
You got to say Titanic.
I guess you got to say Titanic.
Basketball Diaries. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. His most recent work.
The movie's grown on me actually since I got the screener. Mm-hmm. When I first saw it, I was like, this is so boring. A lot of stuff I didn't like.
Yeah,
but it really does grow on you.
It does.
You know what I mean?
It does.
So I'll give it its due.
And what's the one? Is there one with him, Romeo and Juliet?
Oh yeah, Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. He was good.
That was one of the first ones.
Good in that.
But it was like a MTV version of.
And then Aviator, you got to throw maybe Aviator.
You liked Aviator?
Or what's a Catch Me If You Can? He was good in that one too. Catch Me If You Can.
I know. Catch Me If You Can.
So at least I did 6 right there.
Oh wow, you did do 6.
Yeah, I did 6. Yeah.
But so you're not even gonna. What was the one? The first Scorsese one?
Wait, hold up. He did another one when he was younger. I think it's called This Boy's Life. The one where he's Robert De Niro, or no? What's the one? Not Robert De Niro.
Oh, the one where he was like sort of a troubled kid.
Yeah,
he was
he's a kid.
He was mentally ill.
Yeah, he was good.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh God, you're right. Sorry, that's
And
so you're adding to it,
and that was with what's his face? Wasn't that with Jack Sparrow guy?
Isn't it Johnny Depp in that?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's in that as
Johnny
well.
Depp.
Sorry, yeah, this is like trivia. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I didn't expect. But then
you got Beach. You got Blood Diamond.
Oh God.
You had the one. What's the weird one on the island?
That's Tom Hanks' Castaway.
No.
Oh, sorry.
There was like this, he was like a cop or something on an island, and it was like there was like a psychiatrist thing there. Where's my freaking phone? Let's just.
No, he was good in that other Tarantino movie, Django.
Oh, Django Unchained.
Unchained, yeah, he was good in that as well. Yeah, he was good in that. He's been in too many. I mean. He's been in too many good ones, you know.
Oh well, so here we go.
Go down the list.
Man, like Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh God damn, he was
That's
damn
why I said 10, dude.
He was well, I can't remember like on the spot. That
How
was
about
good.
the one he won an Oscar for? The Revenant.
The Revenant, where the bear scene.
The bear,
oh
right?
man, yeah, he was great in that.
Man.
The Revenant.
How about Inception?
Great movie.
Actually, this guy's got a really solid body of work.
He's got too many.
When you look at it like this, Catch Me If You Can, you said that one.
Yeah,
The Great Gatsby, wasn't a fan of that one, but that's a good one.
Forgot about that one.
You know what I mean? What the hell? How did my computer turn on? That was so bizarre. Me out.
I thought that was out of commission.
It's not out of commission, but that was just so
freaking haunted.
Oh no! You know what it is? It restarted because it was already plugged in.
God, that's scary. Dude.
The ghost.
The ghost of Griffin.
This is because of what you being weird earlier.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm a weird guy. Yeah,
sorry. Let me see. The Quick and the Dead. I don't remember that. I don't know that one.
Don't remember
Boy's
that
Life.
One. Yeah.
Total Eclipse.
So This Boy's Life. That's the name of it, right? I was right on that one, right?
This Boy's Life.
Yeah, This Boy's Life. Okay.
That's a different movie, though.
Okay, it wasn't the one with Robert De Niro. That's a whole different. I was thinking about a different one, but
wait, don't know. You might be right about that.
Is De Niro in that one?
Ellen Barkin. Okay. Yeah, De Niro's in that.
Okay.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, okay.
So I think right. I think when you look back at Leonardo,
too much
at his body of work.
Yeah,
pretty good, huh?
And not only that, it's his longevity throughout the years. I mean, since he was a kid, he's been doing steady work.
Yeah,
there's only a select few people.
Yeah, that have been working since teenagers,
since the whole way through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now he's like a huge star.
Yeah,
and what I like about him too, I think he has more good movies than bad movies.
Oh yeah, and he's gotten better as well.
Yeah, because some people it's weird like that, like Eddie Murphy. I would say it's like 50-50 probably.
Yeah, but everyone's going to show up for Eddie. He's such a
I know, but there was a large chunk of movies going through the 90s and 2000s that he was making weird movies.
Yeah, I know. But anything he's in, everyone's going to watch.
Yeah.
Everyone. Yeah, including both of us. Yeah. I'm looking forward to I don't know. So it's 2020. What movies are you looking forward to watching these upcoming?
I don't know. Months? I haven't really seen because I didn't really enjoy too many movies. I really didn't. As I'm getting the screeners from the SAG thing.
Yeah, I heard 1917.
We should both watch that.
Yeah, I heard that's
supposedly really good.
Yeah,
everybody keeps talking about it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I saw Parasite.
Let's
just pick up from Parasite.
So another thing that caught me off guard was, there's the rich people that lived on top of the hill. But then there's also the twist of there's like a hidden bunker room, like some North Korean weird underground bunker.
That was so bizarre.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
But anyway, that was a great movie. So that's one of the movies that I thought was really good. I thought Joker was good. I thought, but I didn't see that many of the movies. I'm looking at these screeners and I'm like, I didn't watch a lot of these movies. I saw The Irishman. I thought it was boring as hell. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that.
So boring.
I haven't seen that.
But it's just one of those movies.
But you got to see it. It's Martin Scorsese.
Everybody's like, you got to watch it. And I was like,
I heard Joe Pesci. Wasn't Joe Pesci?
Yeah, but I've seen. Here's my part. Here's my point. Like, this crew have done a lot of movies together.
I mean, Goodfellas is one of my favorites.
So I've seen better movies with them in it. Can you put it in the same box as Casino and Goodfellas? Not even close. Really? In my opinion. Some people are like, this is a masterpiece. Isn't it like 4 hours? It's really long. It's long, right? Ugh. What's it about? I mean, I'm going to see it eventually, but you could... It's about Jimmy Hoffa. Okay. Oh shit! Excuse me. God, this has been a nightmare podcast. Okay. Guys. You have no idea. It's about Jimmy Hoffa, the labor guy from back in the day,
right,
and why he died, and this speculation about the Kennedy assassination and all of these things how he was involved. So that one was okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm looking forward to seeing in the future. Do you have any movies? I
got one particular one. It's called Gretel and Hansel.
Oh, not Hansel and Gretel?
No, it is Hansel. It is the tale of Hansel and Gretel,
but it's called Gretel and Hansel.
It's called, I think, Gretel and Hansel. If you could look that up,
because they're like, we got to have the women first.
It looks kind of like more of like a horror, horror
version,
like a mythical horror kind of.
Okay, let's see if we can find it.
Yeah.
Gretel
and Hansel, yeah, there
it is, 2020 film.
Yeah, 2020. And the thing, if you look up the
trailer, supernatural horror retelling of the classic German folklore, a grim fairy tale. Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the trailer, it looks kind of scary. It looks like a horror movie, actually.
Yeah, I might put the trailer. I've been doing some edits now, too.
Oh, so you're not...
Yeah, I might put the...
Yeah, so that one I'm looking for. That's probably the only one I'm looking forward to.
Is that the only one you're looking forward to?
1917 as well.
But that's already out. I do want to see it because everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, right? For sure. I heard Uncut Gems is good as well.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Adam
I do want to see that.
Yeah, I heard that's like his best work.
Yeah.
Dark Waters was good with Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
Yeah, you kept talking about that, but isn't that like sort of like a, Aaron Brockovich?
Yeah, it is basically.
But with a guy.
Yeah, it's about DuPont like poisoning the water. Yeah,
I hate those type of movies.
Yeah,
I hate those kind of feel good.
I'm a Mark Ruffalo fan, though.
Yeah, you are a big fan.
Yeah, I like his work.
Top 6 movies, Mark Ruffalo. Go.
I don't know enough.
Come on, it's so easy.
You could count on
Avengers,
me. You could count on me. Hold on. Firstly, you could count on me. And then the Avengers, Dark Waters, and then the ones you said. The
Avengers.
Yeah.
All right, well, I did bring Steve on for a particular reason, and he's got notes for it, too.
I have notes.
Did you watch Mandalorian first? Have you watched it at all?
I went to the real premiere screening of it.
Right.
Like where...
the pilot?
Yeah,
How many episodes? They showed 3 episodes?
Yeah, so that I only seen 3.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah.
It's really great.
I mean, I've never been to a red carpet event. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and so when I went, I was actually with his son, with Jon Favreau's son. I didn't know it at the time. I met him
through Bobby?
No, not through Bob, through David Cho.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Dave invited me to a live drawing. There was a nude model there.
Oh, wow.
So that was crazy. There was a nude.
So you cheated on your girlfriend?
No. But we're there. We're
with
drawing.
Your eyes.
We're drawing the nude model, and then he goes, "Yeah, this kid's gonna meet us there." And I think he told me there. Because this kid ended up. We went to because Dave's like, "Do you want to watch The Mandalorian after the art workshop?" And I go, "Yeah," because I thought it was on Disney Plus. We're gonna go to someone's apartment to watch it, but we ended up going to the real premiere where the actor Kathleen Kennedy was there, Jon Favreau was there, the whole cast was there.
Oh wow.
And it was at the El Capitan. It was a whole thing. So we went there and I'm like, where are we going? Are we going to someone's place? And they went on the boulevard. We parked near the Jimmy Kimmel lot thing, and then we started going in the back alleyway, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is like we're like doing something, this is different. So we get around to the front of where like there's like tables and stuff, and I'm like, that's when I'm like, okay, this is like we're at the real thing.
Yeah, this is some real shit.
This is some real shit.
Yeah.
So his name is Max. So shout out to Max, by the way. That's John's son. Mm-hmm. Max like dipped and got like the real laminated passes of Mandalorian.
Oh wow!
So he got us the passes. That's when I'm like, okay, this is the real thing. And so, why are you laughing, man?
Because it's funny that like this whole time you're like you're still kind of curious, like where are we going?
Yeah, I didn't know where we were going.
You're like, so what's happening right now?
So we go in and. Have you been to the El Capitan?
Yeah.
It's an event, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so we get in there, and so I'm like, they're like, oh, you going to get popcorn? And I'm like, all right. I don't have cash. I never have cash.
We saw Avengers Endgame there, Steve.
Did we?
Yeah. Didn't you go with us? When it was me, Craig, Pikachu,
I wasn't.
You didn't go that day?
I wasn't there.
We went to.
Okay,
that's where we saw it.
So anyway, so they gave us a tub of free popcorn in the Mandalorian like plastic.
Wow!
Yeah, and they gave us free Coke. They gave us everything was free. So I'm like, okay, this is really special. Because you already know how frugal I am.
So at what point did you go, oh, I'm at a movie premiere?
That's when it really hit me.
When it started? Like,
No. When in the concession stand.
Right.
And then the people were dressed in like tuxedos.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, wait a minute, this is.
And you were dressed like a bum, I'm sure.
I was dressed like this. All right, you don't have to be mean about it. Jeez.
Well, in comparison,
I'm not a Hollywood guy. Like, I don't go out. I don't leave my apartment, firstly. So we get there, and we already have like they're like we already had designated seats and everything.
Oh wow!
And then I noticed that there's a guy that looked familiar. Like I turned around, I'm like, that guy looks familiar. It was Apollo Creed.
Oh yeah.
It was that dude, and his whole family was there.
Because he's in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God.
Did you shake his hand like Joe Rogan?
No.
Did you get weird?
No, but my mind, that's what my mind was spinning. And so, okay, so the lights went off and then back on. And then like the presenter went on stage and was like, hey, thanks for coming out, everyone. Are you ready for Mandalorian? Blah, 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 blah. And then guess who walks out?
Who?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh,
like
wow.
the VP or the president of Disney.
Yeah.
She comes out and I'm like, I was just... I was frozen.
Happening.
Yeah, I was like, what is she doing here?
You still didn't know.
And so she goes, thanks for coming out, everybody. And then like presented, and then they had like leather seats or like chairs and couches on the stage.
Oh, because they were doing a meet and greet after. They had a question and answer after.
Q&A at the beginning. At the beginning. So they had the whole cast on stage in the beginning.
Wow.
And so I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
I wonder why they did it in the beginning. Because maybe if people didn't like it, they don't got to deal with it. I guess that would be a weird Q&A. Let's say people hated it, and then you'd have to do a Q&A after, and there's that weird energy in the crowd.
Yeah. So they did that, and then I thought it was just one, but they showed all three at the beginning. This is before it was even out.
Yeah.
So I had like, I was texting Craig.
Sneak preview,
I was texting Craig. I was taking pictures. I'm like, Craig, I'm at the real thing. And then
so what did you think of it?
I loved it. I didn't know, I didn't know that universe that deep. Like, I didn't know what a Mandalorian, like...
Yeah, I didn't. By the way, I don't think anyone did.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
But Craig was explaining, he's like, dude, Boba Fett. I go, Boba Fett. He was like, yeah, he's a Mandalorian. And I'm like,
I didn't know that. And I consider myself a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I was happy with the third one, with the one where they showed the Jawas. Remember they showed the Jawa, the trash compactor, that vehicle in the sand? I'm like... Boom, Jawa.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked it.
It's a great series. You got to watch the end of it. It's really good.
So how many episodes are there?
I think there's 8. 8 episodes.
Okay, yeah.
And it's really great. It's a really compelling story.
Yeah. So so at the very end, I had to go to the bathroom, and when I came back up the stairs, Dave and Max, and we were there with our friend Paco visiting from the Philippines. They were standing near Jon Favreau, and they're like, "Steve, get into the group picture." So I got.
Do you have that picture?
Yeah, it's I did it on my story, but I could repost it.
You should put that your story. Yeah, that's the kind of picture you got to put on your main page, Steve.
I know you're right. It gets on me all the time about that. I'm not utilizing my.
You got to utilize it.
I'm not utilizing my social media in an effective way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
You're right. I should have put it on my. That was a special event.
Yeah.
And so Jon Favreau was there, and I'm in the pic. I'm taking a picture with the director.
That's great.
And then after we ate at Mel's Diner with his son, and like I was just.
Oh, you had a whole day.
I was picking his brain about. I told Max, I'm like, hey, how does your dad get these ideas? Because he wrote it, and I'm like, and this is one thing he told me. I don't know if I should be taught. I don't think this is a positive thing.
Yeah, it's positive.
He was like, my dad always has...
My father beats me.
No, it's nothing like that. But my dad always has like a notebook.
Right.
And filled with like illustrations and just filled with like just notebooks of stuff. And he just goes into a room and just writes.
Keeps going.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do your music, right? In the same way, similar energy.
Well, I have a note. I have always have a notebook around, and
whatever your inspiration is, it just comes.
Yeah,
and you just like you do it. You know
and
what I mean?
if I have an idea, I write it down. But then if I get more ideas, I just kind of add to it, and then I think of visuals as well.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So,
well, I'm glad you like that. So that leads us into like why we're here today.
I didn't mean to talk 10 minutes on just the Mandalorian.
No. I asked you about the Mandalorian.
Yeah, no,
I wanted to know if you.
I loved it so far. I know that there's like a Yoda type. I saw the Baby Yoda character. I don't want to know more.
I don't know about it. We keep saying Baby Yoda, but like Yoda's name was Yoda.
I don't know what the species.
His race? Yeah, what species is Yoda?
I don't know what the species of a Yoda is. They're green little goblin creatures.
No, but it would be like calling like you see another human being and like a baby, and I call that like I was like, oh, that's a baby Steve.
Yeah. Well, there's like the Mandalorian. That's the group, the subcategory. You would call that group the Mandalorian.
Well, they're not a race though. They're an organization,
faction or whatever. Yeah. But like a Jawa, you know what a Jawa is. Yeah. Or a sand people, you know what a sand person is.
Yeah, but a sand person.
Or Ewok, you know what an Ewok.
But a sand person could be a Mandalorian.
Right.
If they trained.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And they put
they have to put the mask on and never take it off.
Outfit on. Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, right? No one can ever see your face.
Yeah, that's
such an awkward thing, right?
I don't like that, and I want to get to that because I had a problem with specifically.
Okay, before you go to your notes, Steve.
Okay.
Jesus, you're just gonna dive into the notes before you tell
I'm excited.
We're gonna talk about Star Wars, the Rise of Skywalker. Here's an extensive Rise of Skywalker review with Steve and I. Skywalker review.
Can I explain just context of?
Hold on.
Okay.
Stevie Okay, so here we go. What did you think?
I want to just kind of like.
It's got notes, guys.
Give you context of the night because it was a memorable night.
Oh, is this gonna be another 35-minute?
No, but. This is fun for me.
I'm just over here like this.
Dude, please don't snore.
And then.
No, please don't snore. Because Bobby was involved. I was in Walnut with my girl. It was raining that night.
Oh, this is great. All right, so you're in Walnut.
So I was in Walnut, and then I kept getting on my girlfriend. I want to watch Rise of Skywalker. Can we go tonight?
And she's just not into it?
No, she wanted to see it, but we were going to do it later that week or something. Okay. But I go, let's see it tonight. Come on. It's like Sunday or whatever. Yeah. It's like, and then my brother was texting me like, hey, I want to see it. So he met us at the Puente Hills Mall.
Wow.
Have you heard of this mall?
No.
It was probably it's a bad mall.
Oh, it's just ghetto?
It looks like it's from the 1970s. Like
it's
they
just
hadn't
ghetto fabulous.
They haven't changed it.
Well, there goes our endorsement from the
Puente Hills Mall.
Puente Hills Mall is not going to be giving us any ads for the podcast.
The theater, so the mall is crap, but the theater is amazing. Well, because they have IMAX there.
Oh, okay.
So this IMAX, it was raining.
Okay, and you saw it IMAX?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We got the IMAX. And
so it's you, Bob, and your girl?
Ilani. Yeah, my girlfriend Ilani. Oh, wow. Yeah. So we're there, and I've seldomly have I been to a theater where it's leather seats. Mm-hmm. And it was like a electronic lazy boy.
I love those.
Where you could.
I love those.
It was
theaters.
Like,
yeah, those are the best.
Your feet went up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, dude, I'm like chilling.
Yeah.
So we're there, and then another thing. Can I also add on that? Please. I was looking up spoilers, not movie spoilers, but just reviews previously, like specifically Geeks and Gamers on YouTube, and everything was so negative about the ride. Everything was just bashing it. Oh, forget. Okay, J.J. Abrams is crap. Kathleen Kennedy ruined the whole. You know, just bad, negative. Everything was negative.
I saw a couple positive from people I know.
Really?
Like Dane Cook went to the premiere, and then I hit him up like, "How was it?" He was like, "He loved it," and blah, blah. So not everybody hated it, but go on.
Yeah, and so I was already at a place mentally where I'm like, "Oh, I'm not expecting anything. I just want to see it at this point." I don't like it when people ruin my experience. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't like that. It's like before I have a chance to see it, you're gonna
just let me decide.
Exactly, and not only that, they're ruining my movie experience. I want to just be entertained. That's at the end of the day.
Okay, real quick though, before you go into that, my story about when I saw it as I was in Washington, D.C., you know?
Okay, you're on a comedy.
No, I wasn't. I was actually just visiting my cousin for a night. So I went to DC, and then I was like, let's go see a movie. And, you know, she's never even seen any Star Wars. And she came with me.
She hasn't seen any of them?
No, but when we left the movie theater, she was like, that was dope. That's how my cousin is.
See, that was dope. That's positive.
So it was positive. So anyways, all right, go on.
Well, that's interesting to me because it's like, the Geeks and Gamers stuff is coming from like a super like incel fan base group. They're like
they have their view of it.
You know, like how dare you? You know, they're nitpicking every little thing.
But someone that's never seen Star Wars before and they just liked it as a standalone movie. It was actually kind of emotional. I teared up a couple times.
Me too.
And I was like, what? It was so funny because I was in the theater like, what the fuck am I crying in Star Wars for?
Dude, Bob cried too.
Yeah, there was, what moment was it? I don't know what it was, but it was all towards the end.
I cried at the end.
It was all towards the end.
I cried at the end.
Yeah.
I was literally...
I thought that was a great shot of like her, like where Luke, you know...
with the double suns.
The double suns. And she's sitting there and I was like, what a great homage.
New Hope. It's paying homage to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was kind of, the trajectory was going back back to the beginning. I like that. First of all, there's that... Before we begin, because I have notes on specifics... That's a big task for J.J. Abrams because Rian Johnson already fucked up The Last Jedi, right?
I thought though,
and so dude, that's a large task to because we talked about this at Korean Barbecue. You're like, dude, he was trying to make up two movies in one.
He was trying to fix the shit that they put together, but I don't think that they. I'm saying with what he had to work with, I give this movie a B+.
I give it a B-. It was a B+.
It's a B.
B minus, C+.
We're in a B. So then, so combined, we've given it a B.
A B.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
B. And it's just because of some of the things that they had to fix from this ridiculous story that they were telling. So they tried to fix it with some things, and I thought he did the best he could. So what you got? What's your notes say?
Okay, so I'm going to start with the positives.
Go ahead.
The things I did like about it. Okay,
you say it, and then I'll respond to what you say.
Okay. So I like Finn and Poe's chemistry, their dialogue throughout the movie. It reminded me of Chewie and Han in the old ones. I thought it was entertaining for me, and it made me feel good.
Okay, I'm gonna respond to that. I thought that I agree with you, but because in the first one, you could tell they were pushing it and they didn't know each other and it was weird. I feel like J.J. Abrams is obviously a better director in terms of getting that out of the actors.
Right.
Because they had a good, you felt like these people have known each other for a little while.
Yeah, they had a camaraderie.
Yes, there was a camaraderie.
It reminded me of the old school, C-3PO, Chewbacca, and Luke, and Ben Kenobi and all that.
I totally agree with that. Okay. So I felt that they had a good chemistry.
They had a good chemistry. The dialogue was somewhat funny, too.
What's your next good point?
I like, and hear me out on this one. I like the aesthetic look, just the way it looked of Palpatine's Sith underworld. I like the look of it. It reminded me of if David Fincher directed that segment. It was dark. I like the way there was that huge block, that building where he had to walk, and then there's that entrance point at the bottom. I like the way it looked on the inside. It looked like a vampire cavern or something. I like that.
So it's secret underworld. Okay.
The look of it, just the look.
Okay, so the look of it is positive because I have some negatives about it.
Oh, yeah. You do?
Yeah, because my negative about it is just, where the fuck was this all this time?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that he can build two. This is what I don't understand. They had a planet-killing gun on 200 ships.
All right, I want to get I have that in my notes.
Okay, let's keep going. Okay, but I'm saying, so what my negative on it was just it seemed too unrealistic. It just seemed so ridiculous that this was going on in the galaxy and nobody knew. Because they didn't build these ships overnight.
Well, the thing is, Bob brought up a good point.
Where'd they get the metal? Where'd they get,
in the first two, right?
Where are the shipyards? Is there a company putting this stuff together? Are there workers?
We didn't even know. This was just...
How did this happen?
Everything's new with Palpatine and his introduction to... You're just going to bring him out of nowhere? You're not going to give us any foreshadowing? And Bob brought that up. He's like, out of nowhere?
Yeah, it's because
once they killed Snoke, right?
This is them fixing the shit. And I didn't think they.
I don't like the way they killed Snoke.
Neither do I.
It's like this guy.
I like how they killed him, but I didn't like that he was killed.
You're telling me this dude is the Sith Lord Master, and he don't see the lightsaber right here? Kylo Ren is going to do like boom, and it's going to go through his gut.
You missed the whole point of that right there.
The way he died?
Yeah, you missed the whole point of it. What's his name? Snoke was looking inside his head. Kylo Ren was fooling him, making him thinking that he was going to kill her.
Right.
And that's why the everything that he said was happening. Oh, I see what you're going to do. You're going to cut her, but you're going to fight your enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what he did, but he was the enemy.
Okay.
That's what they were trying to imply with that.
All right. I
totally agree with you.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way. But that's the reason why. Who's the arch nemesis now? You know, if it's not him, there's got to be another dark, powerful Sith Lord.
Have to be.
So, but the thing is that Bob didn't sit well with Bob. It didn't sit well with me either.
But go on.
Okay,
keep with the positive.
Okay, stay with the positive. Because we're already going negative. I want to stick with the positive. I liked, and you might disagree, and Bob disagreed. I liked the reintroduction of Lando Calrissian. I just like seeing
nostalgia.
Him.
It's good.
It was nostalgic and made me feel good seeing him. But at the Coachella event or whatever that was.
Instantly you go, where the fuck have you been?
And Bob brought that point too.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
But you have to put yourself like as a storyteller and a writer. How are you going to even have? That's going to be 30 minutes out of the movie just to tell you where Lando's been.
Here's the thing, though. They've killed everybody else, so you got to bring him.
Right.
Everybody else is dying. Han Solo's dead. You know, we already got Chewbacca here. Princess Leia's like whatever. So there's not that many characters left.
Yeah, you're right.
So they probably hit him up like, "Hey, Billy D. Williams, you want to do?"
Oh, okay, so
you like that? Good.
I like that. It was nostalgic. It made me feel good.
All right.
Especially him and Chewie in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
That made me feel good. And he was like, woo! And then
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, man. It made me feel good. All right? It felt good. That felt good about the movie.
Okay.
I like the new droid, the D-0.
Oh, the little droid. Yeah,
that little droid.
They've been trying so hard with these droids, though. You know what I mean?
the droids. But the most...
BB-8. I never liked the BB-8.
All right, I like the droids. And I actually think, I'm going to put this out there, I think if they're going to do more content with Star Wars, it would be great for me. I would love to see like a mini series on like
just droids?
Droid Smiths. And I'm going to get to my last positive thing about the thing that got me.
Okay, what's that?
I love the most is what's his name? Babu Frick.
Who the fuck was that?
It was the little cute little guy that was working on C-3PO, that little...
Oh.
Yeah. So, Babu Frick, and more Babu Frick.
You want to see him?
I love Babu Frick. Yeah.
On Disney Plus? You want the Babu Frick series?
Not particularly on him, but just because he was a droid smith, right? And that's a thing that you see droid smiths, kind of like glimpses of droid smiths in Empire Strikes Back, you know, in Cloud City, when they capture C-3PO, you'll see little droid smiths in that little dungeon-like, you know, area. So I just thought that he was just made me laugh. Just whenever he talked, I was laughing.
Okay, those are weird positives. I'm just saying, like none of that has to do with story, with the characters, with the acting, with the action. I had a lot of problems
with the story.
Okay, well, let's get to your negatives.
Okay, so we'll get to the negatives.
Because those are some bullshit positives.
Dude, come on. Hey, I took a
Boo Boo Frick is your.
No, his name's Babu Frick.
Babu Frick is your wait. Not only was it your positive,
I loved him.
It was your major positive. So did you like this movie?
I might get a tattoo of Babu.
Did you like this
in the future? There might be a little Babu Frick tattoo on my ankle. Who knows?
You are sick.
Okay. So now we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes.
You get to the meat and potatoes.
The problems of Rise of Skywalker. Leia's lightsaber. So Leia's got a lightsaber?
Dude, this is okay.
And hold up, not on top of all that, that's the way Rey with Luke's and Leia's, she's gonna do like that Excalibur freaking move like this, and that itself's gonna kill Palpatine?
Well, no, that's not what killed Palpatine.
But she deflected his his powers.
It was all the Jedis inside her.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. The collective Sith versus the Jedi thing. I didn't like that.
Okay, but let's start with this. So, we already talked about how they had to fix the shit that they already have. So they were handed a pile of shit and they said fix it. So they had to come up with like all this like ridiculous backstory but you can't have backstory on a story that we already know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be like
exactly. You know what? That was. It would I like the way you put that.
It would be like changing like how Spider-Man became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, Uncle Ben survived.
And then not only that, Uncle Ben was training with him.
Yeah, right.
we didn't tell you this, but he was training.
Uncle Ben's alive.
He had his own outfit. Right. He was jumping from buildings and stuff. And that's
you can't just add that.
And then not only that, remember that segment of young Luke and Leia doing Jedi training? But really?
That's them. That's how they. That's the backstory part. They were like trying to see you don't know what was happening between Return of the Jedi and this, so she was training.
I'll tell you what I did know. All I knew about the Force and Leia was when Luke Skywalker at the end of Empire Strikes Back was telepathically like in Cloud City on that pole.
Leia.
Yeah, and he's telling that.
So that's
all I know about Leia's skills.
Wait. That was foreshadowing that she could possibly be a Jedi. So that's what that was. Okay,
but no, I'm talking about something completely different. Back to your Spider-Man analogy. It had her wielding a lightsaber.
No. Listen.
Yeah.
That was after. Right. Obviously, the training came post Return of the Jedi. Obviously.
Well, no, it happened when they were younger.
No, I know. Post Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Gotcha. They weren't brother and sister yet until Return of the Jedi.
Right. But it showed the training when they were like 18, 19
Return of the Jedi.
Okay, gotcha.
They weren't close until that time. Right, they didn't even know each other before that.
Right.
She didn't even know he was his brother. He was her brother until Return of the Jedi.
I gotcha.
So and then Return of the Jedi and remember when the thing blew up and then Han Solo's like, I hope Luke's not on there. I don't think, and then
she goes, he's not.
I can feel it.
I could feel it.
So what I'm saying is, they foreshadowed a couple of times that she could possibly be a Jedi. So I'm personally, I'm okay with.
All right.
I'm okay with it. Okay.
But it doesn't sit well with me. That's okay. I respect your opinion.
No, but
it just doesn't sit well with me. Still.
But they, like I said, they foreshadowed it twice. Now, what my problem is in Rise of Skywalker is the timeline of how they showed it. Okay, so Rey's training, and then she says to Leia, something master. Okay, right? So then right then and there, they let you know that Princess Leia is a master Jedi. Okay, they dropped it on us like that. I wish they would have shown the Leia Luke shit before that scene.
Yeah, give us a little background.
Give us some story that we know,
like information, so we know. It was kind of like a lot of the stuff in this movie is like they did shit, and it's like just accept it.
But you know why? Okay. But Steve, we've already established they had to do that because they were given a pile of shit.
I know. And
then they had to fix it.
I mean, this is going back to since we're on Princess Leia. It's like even in the last one when she I didn't know Jedis could fly too, because you know how she flew. She died. She was in space, and she somehow miraculously did a Superman.
It wasn't that she was flying. She basically was just like, you know how Jedis can move shit with their mind. She moved herself. She's in space,
was floating back.
There's no gravity, so it's like almost using a magnet.
All right, so
again, that was another sort of foreshadowing for this movie that Leia obviously has some powers.
Yeah,
but they never really went into it in that movie. Yeah, so that's why it kind of catches us off guard. Like, how the fuck is she doing all this stuff? So now we know.
Yeah. All right. Now we know. Okay. This is another thing I didn't like is the introduction of a new character, Zori Bliss.
And who was that?
Zori Bliss. Remember Poe? They go to that one planet. She's wearing that mask.
It's like his ex-girlfriend or something.
Yeah, and they had a whole history. It's like, why are you introducing us to this now? I don't care about her and their spice runs on other planets. I don't care about her or Poe's, their relationship. I don't care. Let's stick. You know what I mean? I don't see why they did that.
Well, I guess they just, you know, they like to add. Well, in Hollywood right now, they look at a movie and they go, how many female characters do we have? You know,
so it was
you know,
that?
and
That
love
didn't even
interests
occur to me.
and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So how many female characters are in Star Wars? You can count them. You know, it's Rey,
Right, yeah, Leia,
Princess Leia,
and then
and the Asian girl.
Rose.
That's it.
Ooh, I forgot about Rose.
There's only 3 female characters in the movie,
Yeah.
main characters that you can really like come to mind, right?
Did you notice Rose in this one had like 3 lines?
Yeah, and she was like
It was
weird.
it was
Yeah.
like the exact opposite.
Yeah, it was
Before,
weird.
like, because fans complain about her, now they're like minimal.
Yeah.
I just thought I didn't write that one down.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zori Bliss, I had a problem with. That's
Okay.
We'll just
I like how you
go
know all these names of the people, the characters.
I told you I did research.
Okay, go
I
on.
took this seriously, man. I wanted to take this seriously. And then this is I have a big problem with this.
Uh-oh.
This new Jedi power of healing.
Okay, I'm glad you're bringing this up. Okay, again, this is something I have a problem with too. I have a problem with we have seen Jedi powers now for 40 years. And now all of a sudden
Yeah.
you have this Jedi powers coming. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's a big one.
yeah.
Because Bob brought up a good point. If that's the case, then Anakin could have saved Padme back in the day.
Yeah,
If this
yeah.
is some kind of healing power, and that was the whole theme. You know, the
know.
Emperor's like, you have the power to save Padme if you
Yeah,
join.
yeah.
If you join the dark side, you'll have the power to save Padme.
Oh, I know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
The whole thing.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
It's kind of like
it's like
what?
they didn't. You know what? It's like they didn't respect the canon. You know what I'm saying? They didn't
Yeah.
respect it. And then like
That blows my mind,
so
dude.
that healing shit was like. Now I'm fine with it. Okay, now check this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would be fine with turn a little bit so you're not. so
Okay,
you're-
sorry.
you see-
So, I was
it's all
in my
good,
mind. I was
okay,
going
it's
to
all
a
good.
dark place right now.
Now I'm fine with the healing if it was only Rey. Like let's say.
Wait a minute. If she could only do it?
Yes. Let's say this is some power that she developed on her own and that she has this and maybe she figured it out from looking in the old Jedi books.
See, now
that
you're
have
getting.
been-
I'm about
that
to
have
red
been-
zone. I'm about to freaking red zone.
that
on
have been
you.
lost for years.
I'm about to lose my mind
Why?
because now you're bringing up a whole can of worms as far as why is she the deadliest, most prestigious
Listen.
Jedi throughout the galaxy?
Listen,
All right,
listen.
go ahead.
She saved the books from the Jedi Temple. She's the only one that has the books from the Jedi Temple. So I'm okay with her finding some lost Jedi power. And that's what they should have really they should have made that
didn't-
clear.
They didn't explain
Because
that
remember-
at all.
I know, but remember
if
she
you
was
want to
looking-
go back into those scenes, it was like Luke throwing the lightsaber, and then he burned it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't explain any
But
of that.
she had the books.
Okay, so you're telling me?
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought this up. You're telling me in those books, it's like, you know how like Harry Potter like wizard spells.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm
you
saying,
know what?
bro. What I'm saying is
I understand.
What I'm
I don't
saying
accept
is,
that.
But what I'm saying is that Jedi Temple has been lost for centuries. Remember?
Okay, I'm just gonna bring
And so-
evidence from past
so
what
Lu-
I know about
so
Jedi
Lu-
training.
So Luke was there, you know,
Yeah.
and these are these lost books
Yeah.
of the Jedi. Because
They're
remember,
like-
the Jedi had to scatter. The
got you, I got
Emperor,
you, I got
the
you.
Empire won.
I
You
got
know,
you.
Yoda had to go to that planet, and all the
Yeah,
Jedi were
yeah.
gone.
I
So,
hear
and
you.
so the Jedi were lost. Remember?
Right,
So she goes to find. She's at the temple now. She has the books, and she's been studying them. So
well,
maybe she
that
saw.
that's a gray area to me because they didn't show, and that's the
They showed the books.
They showed
and they
the
showed
books,
her
but-
looking at the books and her training sequence.
that was horrible. By
Okay,
the way,
listen,
she was training.
Steve,
It's okay.
I'm only trying
Okay, I know,
to
but
be
this is
devil's
good.
advocate.
I know, but this is good
This
because
is why.
we're having a discussion
Yes.
now. Okay, this is what I know about Jedi training from what we've seen, and I'll bring Empire Strikes Back because that's my favorite one. It resonates deeply with me. When we see a Jedi trying to get like let's think of it as jujitsu school.
Right.
Man, Luke was putting in some work.
Okay, let's remember.
Okay.
Let's remember Obi-Wan Kenobi was not a master Jedi.
Right.
He was still in training.
Okay.
And then when he died, he was, Yoda told him, before you die, I want to teach you some techniques about how to survive after death.
Right.
But he didn't teach him everything about the Jedi.
Okay.
So Luke's training was still.
I'm with you on that.
Okay.
I'm with you on that. But
Luke didn't have proper training.
Okay, I'm with you on that. But a main factor is at least Yoda was there. Yoda was there with him. He went to the Dagobah system.
Yoda was trying, but Yoda had to make up for lost time.
I know, but my point being, okay, so this is my point. Let's go back to the jiu-jitsu school. So at least, let's say you're training at a jiu-jitsu school, at least Luke had an instructor, right? Like a Gracie, right?
Somewhat.
So you're telling me Rey's in a room by herself, just working on jiu-jitsu holds by herself, just guessing.
Well, okay, first of all, I'm just going to take the other side of this argument because, okay, first thing, Rey was already a trained fighter, okay? She already was good with the sticks from jump. They established that in her first movie. She was whooping ass from jump. Okay, let's just say that.
Oh my God, you're making me upset right now.
Well, she was.
She
was a stick fighter.
Sticks are not lightsaber is like a freaking. It's like the Excalibur sword, man.
That's a whole different thing. Okay, that's a whole different thing. So, but what I'm saying is this though: if we really go back to the original movies, Luke. How long was Luke on that planet with Yoda? A month
in the Dagobah system.
2 months.
It was the Dagobah system. He was
6
in the
months?
Dagobah system.
7. How long was he there? A week?
That wasn't well established. We're guessing. Well, he had a dip to go to Cloud City to
exactly.
He had a dip.
Listen,
it was an incomplete training session.
He wasn't properly trained.
But at least Yoda. But my whole point.
Yoda died.
I know, but Yoda was with him in the Dagobah system. To at least he had an instructor.
Okay, Steve, you're not listening.
What do you mean? I am listening.
He was there for like 2 days.
No, he was there longer than that.
How long? 3 weeks?
He was eating beef stew with them in that little
wait.
He was sleeping. His clothes were getting dirty.
Steve, listen. My argument is Rey, as a physical trained fighter, was way more trained than Luke Skywalker.
Oh my God!
Okay,
hold up. I just need to step back because
you're not listening. You're not thinking of the timeline.
You're not listening. I'm listening to every word you're saying.
Luke was on a farm with his parents. Okay, the droids disappear, and he has to go find the droid, and he finds Obi-Wan Kenobi. Right?
Okay.
After he finds Obi-Wan Kenobi, his family dies. And he goes
I know the story. I know the story.
What I'm saying is,
so you're telling me Rey, from the temple, from this Templar.
No.
Hold up.
No,
let me say,
from the temple.
No. Who taught Rey these extravagant Jedi lightsaber moves?
Okay.
A little droid ball.
No, there was no.
Because they showed that too.
There was no exaggerated Jedi moves with the lightsaber.
I'm telling you, who taught Rey?
Whoever.
Because I'm telling you, Luke was supposed to train Rey, but guess what? What did he do when Rey went to visit him on that island?
Steve,
he walked away and drank whale milk.
This is what I'm saying.
Out of the boob.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think you're listening.
I am listening. You're not listening to me.
Think of Luke's training. He was not a skilled fighter or anything. He was a farmer whose family got destroyed, and then all of a sudden he's on a ship with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then all of a sudden
No. I get what you're saying. You keep talking in circles. I get what you're saying. I know your main point.
But my
main point is, listen to me.
Who trained?
It's like this. It's like, okay, Luke? It's like slap boxing, right? Slap boxing versus real jiu-jitsu in the octagon, right? Rey was slap boxing. That's all that is. Slap boxing, right? But we're talking about Jedi shit, right? That's different. Okay. You're saying she is a fighter. But that's different than being a Jedi. And you're not listening to me. You're not listening to where I said Luke went somewhere to learn from Yoda, a badass Jedi master, and Rey went to visit Luke. Luke threw the lightsaber over his shoulder, went to his place, chilled, and drank whale milk or whatever the milk from the extraterrestrial whale.
When did Luke learn how to be a skilled lightsaber person? When?
He was doing that in the Dagobah system. But this is going back to...
Wait. So, okay, let me ask you something.
What?
Since you keep using this jujitsu argument.
Yeah.
So how long can you be a master at jujitsu? 2 weeks? Is it about 2 weeks? Is that it? Maybe 3 weeks?
Well,
you're a master?
Well, if you, I know what you're doing.
Okay, wait, let me ask you. I know what you're doing. Is it 4 weeks?
But I know what you're doing.
Let me, maybe.
Well, okay, let's
say he was on the Dagobah system for 5 weeks.
Let's relay that to Rey.
We don't know how long Rey was living. They established that she was living on this desert place and she had to take care of herself as a girl by herself.
But not as a Jedi.
What? Oh my
she
God.
was a smuggler. She was a smuggler.
Steve, forget the Jedi part of it.
It means so much to me, though.
Okay, let's just
in the
this
world.
Is why you're not listening.
I am listening. I listened to your. She was a. I listened to all that.
She obviously.
Oh man, I didn't want to argue like this. I thought this was going to be a fun.
Steve,
no, hold up. Because maybe that's the reason why it works with me and you. Because everything we say, we're like at odds with.
No, we're not.
Everything.
But we're not. I'm
just trying.
We're not saying the same thing. I'm saying to you, I'm proving my point is Luke Skywalker.
God, I feel like I'm going to get a heart attack.
He has no business being able to fight with a lightsaber because he was a farmer who family died. The next thing you know, he's on a ship with Obi-Wan Kenobi. And now next thing you know, he's rescuing Princess Leia. When was the training?
All right, can I ask you a question? I want to ask you about Rey because you seem to be defending you seem to be defending Rey. So you're telling this is a hypothetical. So when Rey went to the temple of the Jedi books, the doctrines, whatever. So you're saying she could just download those skills like a wizard spell, and then once she looks at it, she goes, "No,
you don't listen."
No,
forget about that point.
Well, you brought up.
Let's start with once again, you keep refusing to go with me on Luke Skywalker. When did Luke Skywalker learn how to fight with a lightsaber? Tell me when.
I can't give you a specific time
because he never did. Obi-Wan Kenobi died on the ship in Star Wars. That was his trainer.
So it's one of those things with Rey, we're just speculating like as far as when she learned all her skills as well. When did she learn all of her shit?
What I'm saying to you, what I'm saying is they don't need to show. You know when they showed that she was skilled? When she beat up those guys that were trying to take the droid from her. That's what they were doing in that scene, Steve.
All right, I want to get off this point.
They were establishing that with a stick.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Listen to me. We're not going to come to an agreement on this particular subject.
Why are you covering your face?
Because I don't want to look at you. I want to because I don't want to stutter. I don't want to look at you right now. I don't want to look at you because it's infuriating.
Okay,
it's making me upset.
We're going to end it like this.
No, we're not ending it because I still have points.
No, I'm talking about this argument part.
Yeah.
Well, this is all we're trying to establish right now.
I guess this is what the people want to see because they love this.
Yeah, but
they like this, right? There's going to be 50,000 views, by the way.
Steve.
Guaranteed.
All I'm trying to establish is that Luke Skywalker wasn't any more trained than anybody that was a Jedi.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to agree or disagree. I'm just going to leave it at that because if we keep doing this, no, because I love Luke. All right, I love Luke.
Tell me when he learned how to be a Jedi.
I can't tell you a specific time, but we don't know where Rey learned all her shit either, and we'll just leave it at that. We don't know. We don't know.
The movie opens up with
She's got this new Jedi healing power that we don't know.
No, you're talking about. This is what I'm saying. You're jumping around.
We don't know.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah.
Finish my point. The first movie opens up with Rey beating up the black dude and beating up two people that were trying to kidnap her. So all I'm saying is she was a skilled fighter. And they established that in the movie.
She's like Ronda Rousey of Star Wars. You know, she's just a badass. She could fight.
Well, if you're a girl living on a desert planet by yourself, you have to pick up some tips and tricks to take care of yourself.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I want to get off Rey and Luke right now because I want to get to other bullet points.
All I'm saying is they
we're not
showed.
Agree.
I know, but all I'm saying is they showed her using the stick, and all I'm saying is if you look at Luke's.
God, every time you say stick. When you say it's like, might as well just be chopsticks, man. I don't care if she has sticks. It's not a lightsaber, man.
Okay, and my point is, when did Luke become a master
You keep
with a
asking.
lightsaber?
I told you I can't give you a finite answer of what.
So then why is it okay for him?
I don't know when Rey learned her shit either.
Why is it okay for Luke and not okay for Rey? Is the question.
But the only difference is who beat the Emperor? Luke didn't. Rey did. You know, Rey's the most badass. I mean, she.
Well, that's a whole different argument.
I know. But that's what I was getting. But that was. I mean, maybe I should.
Different
I know,
thing.
but God, we talked 20 minutes.
No, at this point, they showed that she was trained at that point. They showed the training.
All right, you know what? I'm just going to agree with you.
Didn't they show the training?
You're right, Eric. You're right. She's the best.
I didn't say that.
She was always the best.
Who said that?
She was more skilled than Luke Skywalker ever was. She was more skilled than Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nope, nobody said that.
She was more skilled than Darth Vader.
Nobody said that.
She was more skilled.
Nobody said that.
Anakin.
Nobody said that.
Ben Kenobi.
Nobody said that.
But I thought that was what you were implying.
Nobody said that.
I thought that's what you were implying.
You know what you do when you assume things? You make an ass of yourself.
All right.
Nobody said that.
Then I'll just
Nobody
apologize to the viewers and listeners.
Nobody said that.
I thought that was what you're
Nobody
implying.
said that.
Okay.
I'll say it for the 17th time.
All right.
Nobody said that.
Can we just edit the last 30 minutes?
No, this is great.
This is not good because I don't know. I was starting to sweat. I always sweat when I come here. Oh my God.
This is why I said I had to. That's why I opened the door and had the fan on.
Okay, I want to get.
Get to your next bullet point.
I want to get. Are you having fun?
Yeah. This is great. You made a point. Your point was that Rey, that you don't understand why she's so good, right?
Before I
and
came
I
here,
agree
I'm just
with
letting
that.
you know.
I agree
when
with
I wrote these bullet points down, I had no idea that we're gonna have like a sweat heavy.
I'm not sweating.
Every other, I know, because you like doing this. You like disagreeing. I don't like disagreeing and fighting.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You're the only one fighting. You're the one that keeps.
You know what? It's Luke, man. You're right. I have to.
Yeah, that's you.
I know, and I'm admitting it right now on your platform.
I'm fine.
So to the viewers and listeners, I apologize. I got a little bit too personal.
Yeah.
As far as my attachment with Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, I got a little bit too personal. Because I'm such a big fan of like just his trajectory, and I didn't like the way they portrayed him on the last 3, and that's it. I'll leave it at that. And
I wasn't necessarily a fan of like what he turned into either.
Yeah,
but anyways, the point is okay. So now she is like, now she's whatever, like what I'm saying is let's get back to it. We were talking about. Why is Leia all of a sudden a master? I didn't like how they figured that out. But what I'm saying is,
I like what you're doing.
She did have the books.
Now we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
I was always here.
Oh no, I know.
she had no.
But with you, when we get in these arguments, I don't know why it fuels me so much. It goes back to when we're doing Prison of Elders, and you're like, Steve, go to the right, use your Galahorn here, and I'm sweating. It's like the way you talk to me is like because you're like my third, like the other brother. You're like, oh God, my other brother is talking to me this way.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
right, well, we'll calm it down.
All right, I have
next bullet point.
Okay, next bullet. But
these are all negatives. This is your negative section.
I know. This is my negative section.
Yeah.
I only have a few more, maybe 1 or 2 more.
Go on.
I didn't like how we were supposed to just accept that there was a fleet of Star Destroyers just chilling.
But, dude. 100 with you on this one.
Okay, thank you. I mean, thank you. Oh my God, there is a God.
Because
so he agrees with one thing. Thank you, God.
Oh my God, Steve.
Oh my God, that makes me feel so good.
First of all, Steve, we agree. You just don't listen.
I was listening.
No,
I was going in and out because my mind was spinning.
Thank you.
It goes to a hamster wheel.
Yeah. So in and out means not listening.
You catch me off guard with a lot of your stuff. It's kind of like
take it in.
It's like you have your own lightsaber Chinese star, and you're hitting me in the gut, and I'm like, okay.
Start the story.
Okay.
Start the story.
So you're telling me,
yeah, go on, because I'm with you on this.
There's just 300 or 250 Star Destroyers.
Yeah, just chilling.
Just in this world, like chilling.
So nobody knows.
And where's the crew? There's a whole crew. Yeah. There's 10,000 in
Where's
each,
the shipyard?
And they're in the cafeteria waiting to
all this time
for a war to begin. This is the last war.
And here's what's ridiculous about it too. These particular Star Destroyers apparently had a gun that was equivalent to the gun on the Death Star.
To a fucking Death Star.
Why would you wait to have 300 when all you need is like 3 of them to just go out and destroy shit?
No.
I agree with you. That part was just ridiculous.
Because when I saw that, and it kind of like the seed was planted, because I was like, at the trailer.
Yeah.
I said, they had that one edit where it shows it for like a second.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, what's this
And
about?
I was confused. I'm like, whoa, those are Star Destroyers. Like,
Yeah.
what are they doing out there? And there's whole crews on that. Like, what's happening here?
But Steve, can we also circle back to something? Because one of the main points that you were making that I'm
Go ahead.
on board with you with is this. So anyway, this is what started the original argument, by the way, because we should get back to this. So Rey, Jedis all of a sudden have healing power. Okay?
I guess so.
All right. But what I'm saying is I'm answering that in my head as it was in the books that have been lost.
All right, fair enough.
Okay?
Fair
so that's
enough.
that.
All right.
But they messed that up with Kylo Ren, because didn't he heal her? But anyways, my point is like,
right, he did.
So my point is like, so even the Sith don't know about this healing, because if they knew about the healing, why would the fucking Emperor be in a fucking cyborg machine keeping him alive when they don't he have some Sith lords with Jedi power that would have been able to heal him?
The only thing I know that's kind of closely related to that theme is remember the Metachlorians?
Yeah,
there is a whole concept of the Metachlorians being able to revive Jedi, like life or something,
or
create life. That was very vague as well.
Yes.
We didn't know much about the Metachlorians and the ability, but this is a whole different thing. It's like, it's a Jedi power.
I answer it in my head. I'm justifying it by she has these ancient Jedi books. And she looked at him and it was like, oh shit, Jedis can heal, on page 7. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh shit, page 7, you can heal. And then she's been practicing it. And that's why she did it on the snake. Okay. So, and they were just foreshadowing that for the healing. So she heals Kylo Ren after she beats him, and then they heal the Emperor. Okay.
Right.
He steals their energy or whatever it is like that. So I'm with you on now on that same note, here's another power that I'm not with.
Go ahead.
All of a sudden, they could just teleport shit?
What do you mean?
You know how they do this thing now where everybody can talk to each other in the Force universe.
In their mind, yeah.
And then so that's something that they never showed before, so they added that. Okay.
All right.
But within this, whatever's happening, these Jedi powers are bringing things from the other place. Because remember how she had the lightsaber like this, and then he had it next.
You're right.
So what I'm saying is
teleportation.
Yeah. So okay, let me finish.
Multiverse.
Let me finish my point.
I get it.
So they're now able to teleport shit, but they didn't even do that in the shit movie before.
I know.
Remember when Luke he's transmitting himself to fool Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
He goes and sees Leia, and he gives her the necklace. But when he dies, the necklace disappears.
Right.
Why didn't he just teleport the necklace if that's one of the powers?
I know.
So it's like they just decided.
That is a new Jedi thing.
They just decided, let's do this.
We're supposed to just accept it.
Yeah.
Like, no, they were able to do this the whole freaking time.
So
you're right.
So the only thing that makes me justify it is only if Rey did it first. Because again, that was on page 12. She was in that book like, okay, let me see. Oh, shit, look, I can heal on 7, teleport shit on 12.
Teleport to a different place on the planet.
Like, how come they only can teleport inanimate objects? Like, what? Couldn't it get to a point where you could just, it just got crazy with the power.
Oh, and that's how Kylo Ren located where she was. She grabbed a piece of article. Item.
He saw saw like, you know what I mean? So it just was weird. So I'm with you on the powers.
God, I should have wrote that down. That's a good point.
So the point we really both agree on is that these what we didn't like is these new Jedi powers that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. But I want to go back to a positive because you're kind of triggering some memory. I did like the fact, going back to the positive, I liked his performance, Kylo Ren's. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
I liked what happened to him, his character trajectory.
Yeah.
Like
I thought he
change of heart and everything.
I thought his turn to be good was way better than Hayden Christensen's turn to bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. It was but this one, I kind of was like, okay, he kind of figured it out.
Yeah, a lot of that's kind of cringeworthy.
The only bad thing though is why does his mom have to die to fix him?
I don't know.
Maybe I think it had to do with like the real actress being dead. You know, Carrie Fisher died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe maybe this is the way they fixed it.
Again, you know, he only had one movie to make up 3, or like I
That's
don't know.
true.
Yeah,
that's true. So what's more positives you got? No, we're
negatives,
still on negatives.
Negatives. Palpatine and just the whole. Well, so he
just him being alive, right?
And the great granddaughter, like the granddaughter, like he's.
Yeah, what's that story?
It's like
it's just a homage to the first ones. Like, so, you know, it's like, Luke, I am your father.
Yeah. So
Rey, I am your grandfather. The whole time
she was a Palpatine.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of bizarre, but I
thought it was bizarre too.
I accepted it. And how did, and this is my last thing. Well, maybe end it because I think this is the best one we've done so far. I want to keep it positive.
You just so you don't even mean it. You don't even really mean it.
No. I want to keep it. No, I do mean that.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize, because when you're in the heat, in my mind, I'm like, this is a horrible time I'm having. But now that I'm calm after we got off Luke Skywalker, now I feel better about the overall movie review.
Okay, good.
But okay, so the last thing I had a problem with is just like, how did Palpatine survive?
Yes,
like he like, it's like surviving the Empire State Building. He dropped and now he's hooked up to a bunch of Matrix core tubings and to this main Borg thing, like with the Sith collective there, and
I didn't get that either, dude. Wait, something's going on. You hear the buzzing?
Yeah, you have to.
What is that? It's not that.
It's this.
Oh, it's one of these.
Yeah.
It's not mine. This is so annoying. I'll cut this part out.
Yeah, it's all right. It happened when you
Oh, it's something here. Oh, why is this down here?
Oh no, because I thought I was. There's a box down there. Okay, so yeah, we'll end it.
Wait.
Yeah. So like this is going back.
Wait.
Okay.
Let me get this.
Okay. So going back
Palpatine.
to Palpatine surviving after Darth Vader threw him over,
and then this huge explosion of like electricity. Like how the fuck did he survive that?
Yeah,
you know,
and that's
lazy.
I'll end it at that.
You know, I kind of feel like they were sitting around.
Oh my god, we got through it.
Let's say they're sitting around a room and they're deciding what are we going to do for Star Wars, you know, and they're like, somebody makes the choice like, oh, let's make Palpatine alive, you know, and they're just like, what?
Well, you have to do something, man.
And they must have argued like we argued.
Oh, dude, worse.
I hope they did.
Worse.
Don't you hope that they had a good Star Wars argument?
People were getting fired. Yeah. I'm sure there's writers getting fired left and right.
I wish we were in there. I wish we were in there to have like our discussion.
Throw our chairs in the room.
You know what? That's how you get it right.
What, throwing chairs and desks in the meeting room?
Just because we're passionate about something nerdy doesn't mean that we're crazy.
I know. I don't know why I got so upset over Star.
No.
I was getting upset over Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, you really were getting upset about Luke Skywalker. It's really crazy.
It's crazy. We got to talk when we get back.
Yeah, let's talk about what the fuck.
We'll talk about that. No, I have a problem.
That's fine.
I have severe trauma with Luke or something.
Yeah, something about Luke.
It doesn't sit well with me. The way they treated him at the end.
Yeah.
He's like drinking whale milk out of the boob and...
Which you've mentioned like 6 times. That's your favorite part.
It just that image is just sticks.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too.
Yeah, it was weird.
But at the same time though, I did like him. I did like him not.
I got it. I'm good.
No, it's a trash can right here.
All right.
I did like him not like having a problem with the Jedi. You know, because I have a problem with the Jedi too.
I have a severe problem.
Yeah, I think it's a weird. I think the whole dark side, whole shit is weird.
It's just left in the.
You know,
it's just left for interpretation now. It could be any new Jedi power.
No, it's not about the power. I'm talking about
the concept.
Yes, I'm talking about their religion of being a Jedi. I have a problem with it.
Now everyone can sense it. It's like,
well, that's not what I mean. But I'm just saying. I think Luke saw that the whole Jedi religion wasn't as what it was all held up to be, cracked out to be. And he was like, "Oh, we got to end this." And I agree. Exactly. And I agreed with him. But like, there was just something weird about like this is the first time we've seen Luke Skywalker in 30 years, and this is what you're gonna do with him. They just didn't do a good job. But that's the pile of shit that we were talking about that Abrams tried to fix.
But at the end, after all of this that we've talked an hour about, after all of this is said and done, I still had an entertaining time in the movie theater.
Yes, me too. But
all
this
right,
is the
give
thing
me a pound on that.
Oh God! But this is the thing that you enjoy about Star Wars anyway. That you have all these like you can have like a heated discussion about Star Wars. Like how weird, but I enjoyed it.
That's fun. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would appreciate because we got kind of in depth about it.
Yeah. We could have gone further because, but anyway, in closing, I think the movie was good. I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought
for what it was good. It was an enjoyable movie.
I still enjoyed it.
We recommend seeing the movie. You might as well.
And by the way, I don't hate Rey's character. I actually like her. I think she's a great actress. I thought she did well.
But it's just
there's touching moments. You know what I mean?
It's just that her story needed more.
It was too.
It went too fast.
Yeah,
it was too quick.
Here, no. Now she's here. Now she's flipping over this thing. Now she's here. Now she. I don't know.
I'm just talking about her whole arc from the first movie to then. It just we didn't know enough about her.
I didn't even get a chance. You're right.
It's like where's she come from?
Yeah, exactly. You
like
didn't
I'm
have
saying,
that attachment to the character.
Again, they tried to tease the fact that okay, you can't just have some random girl be able to like do shit. So they tried to. The whole point of having that scene where they tried to kidnap her,
right?
The whole point of that is to show the audience, don't worry, this chick can take care of herself.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of that.
Just
that's the whole point of that.
Just assume that she does.
Because like, forget about him. Like, what about the what's the black dude's name?
Finn.
Finn.
Yeah.
How about Finn he picked up the lightsaber and he was going
I know.
He apparently
well, so now he is stormtrooper. Any stormtrooper could do that. Because he was a stormtrooper.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he
could. That's what I'm telling.
That's the problem. So now we're going to do another 10, 15 minutes, brother.
My point is.
Now we got another 15 minutes. You opened up another doorway, brother. So now you're telling me, Finn, look, a lightsaber is a sacred thing that you have to have a right to pick up. But now Finn could just do it. He can pick up a lightsaber, wield it. See, I have a problem with that, man.
But didn't you think in that first movie that they were leading towards that Finn was going to be a Jedi?
Yeah, because on the trailer, in the trailer, it has him in the forest. I'm like, okay.
Besides that, I'm just saying the whole.
I love him as his character. I liked
him too, but I just felt like they left out so much from his character.
Oh my God!
Like that last thing is like, remember he said we never found out what he was gonna say to Rey. Remember?
You're right. And not only that, I'm glad you're bringing this up. It's gonna be an hour and a half, guys. It's like I thought him and Rey were gonna have like a romantic interest.
Yeah, me too.
Because they built it up, dude.
But
they're hugging.
But they
and
built
it.
But it was kind of like
I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's almost like somebody made a
their
decision.
reunion and the way they're embracing each other, hugging each other. Nothing came about. It was more like him and Poe had more of a chemistry.
I know
him and Poe.
But they had. I felt like as they were making it, this is what it felt like to me. They're making that first one, and somebody was like, well, let's have the white girl and the black guy have romantic interest. And they were going to do it, right?
Huh.
Okay. And then somebody said in the middle of it, like, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think we should do that. And then they were like, okay, well, what are we going to do to change the story? Because it felt like that to me.
Or have him bro down with Poe.
No. And then the Asian girl, I thought that he was going to be romantic with her.
Oh, because they had a connection.
Teased that. Yeah. And then it's almost like they went, let's not do that either.
When they cut Rose out of the... I
just feel like there's so much stuff that they were going to do with Poe, and they just, not Poe, Finn. That they were going to do with Finn, and they just didn't do it. I feel like there's probably there's probably like a storyboard someplace of Finn stuff.
By the way, they had like 4 different endings, by the way.
This is what I'm saying.
I mean, imagine the nightmare towards the end.
God.
They had a month to release it, and they're still...
Did you see that article I sent you?
I didn't read it.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You have to look at that.
Okay.
Because it talks about this, what you're saying. Like, in this article, it talks about how Abrams had he gave him a cut of the movie,
right?
And then they cut 40 minutes from his cut of the things that he wanted, the story that he wanted to tell, and then this fucking bullshit studio's like
Kathleen Kennedy, all them,
and then they decided that I think it's the studio that decided to make Rey and Kylo Ren kiss. But let's finish on this.
Okay.
When they kissed, I thought to myself, their baby would be the most powerful Jedi ever. Like if they got married
at this point,
and it was Palpatine, Skywalker,
I know, I don't
Solo
care.
blood.
I wouldn't care at that point. Right. I'd be out. I'd be like, all right, good luck with that.
Because that'll be like 40 years from now.
As well.
You know what I mean?
Now, are you anticipating, will they do
He just disappeared.
I know.
I was like, what?
Will they do?
But he had to die. He did too much evil shit.
Will there be more Star Wars in the future?
Yeah. There's too much. It's a cash cow. They just make a new story.
A whole different
Like at the same time that this shit was going on across the galaxy.
God, we got through it. Oh, Lord. Thank you, God. I'm going to pray tonight. Thank you, God, for getting us through that. That was a that was the most
heated Star Wars discussion.
No, that was the most heated movie out of all of them. That was the most. It reminded me of Destiny. You and me fighting over Destiny.
You know what? You started off weird. People won't get to see that.
I know. I was just weird. I was weird tonight.
Yeah, you're weird tonight.
I've been weird this whole month.
I feel it. You're weird this whole month. But you're okay?
I need therapy, I think. More therapy. I need to go somewhere, I think.
You need to go to that place.
To sort out my trauma and stress.
Well, and we'll talk about that on your part. We'll continue that
that's
on
fine.
your podcast.
You know what? I didn't do I'll do it next time, but you had some kind of like test for me, some love.
Oh, I wanted
attribute
to.
test.
We got to do that another time because we were already an hour and a half in.
Yeah, we're deep in.
Next time Steve comes on, I'm going to make him take the love language test. And we're going to get his results. And we're going to talk about it. So that's the next time Steve is on. Next month, Steve will come on. So I'm teasing that for you guys. Look out for Steve doing the love language test.
We'll talk after. But
we'll schedule. I'm going to be on Steve's. And
soon.
So anyways, guys, thanks for watching Riffin' with Griffin. Make sure you subscribe, share. I'll have, as usual, Steve's information is already down there. You probably already know it. Stevie Weeby Show, and then
can I talk about I have a new music project.
Yes, tell us about the music project.
Yeah, called Ode to My Pops. When my dad passed, I was in a lot of pain, and I started writing, and it became a music project. It's an EP. It's going to be on StevieWeebyBandcamp.com, and then it's going to be on all the other platforms, like Spotify and all that, like a month and a half later.
Perfect.
And go to Stevie Weeby Show.
All the information is going to be there, guys.
Go check out the podcast.
Yeah, check out his podcast, and I'm on that one frequently. He's coming online frequently.
Oh, and then Instagram, QUANGOU. Follow me on that.
All the information is going to be below, Steve.
Thank you. I'm glad we made it through. Lord, oh Lord, that was so difficult.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll see you next week.